This is a Move Forever Workbook Guide, Week 44, Deviate. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Lao Tzu. What if there isn't an obstacle in your path? What if it's all the way over there? What would happen if you went out of your way to stop and play, to take a breather or have a look around, intentionally slowing yourself right down? Stopping can actually be quite a challenge once you get going, but if you do, the reward is a chance to linger, recuperate a little, and get totally creative with your movement. In fact, stopping on purpose to take in your surroundings or throw in a few movement variations can really highlight the difference between one adventure and the next. Framing these breaks as opportunities to mess around or play makes them so much more appealing than stopping to specifically work on mastering natural movements. Play regularly enough and you'll master them anyway. Your goal this week is to spend as much time out on the trail as you can, whilst covering as few miles as possible. Let's dive into the workbook and get this week underway. This is the overall layout of the workbook. Plan it, do it, and then review it. Let's start with our plan for this week. Our plans for this week are pretty simple. To get out, stay out, and play out. Let's see how we got on. Well, this week threw us a big old challenge. Water. Weather warnings of torrential rain and localised flooding turned out to be pretty accurate, as roads turned into rivers, trails became streams, and car parks were completely engulfed by lakes. We had to deviate from our plans to meet up with friends and family, and instead went out in search of local trails that remained accessible. Once we found the trails that were safe to explore, we made the most of them, taking every opportunity to slow down and take in everything that was going on around us. To try and shelter from the rain, or to investigate a hidden playground. Playing out opportunities looked a little different this week. With the ground, the rocks and the trees all saturated, navigating the slippery surface was a challenge in itself. The perfect opportunity to focus on fun over technique and to slow things down even further. We were never going to miss out on this opportunity for a little duck walk, even if it was a bit slippy. Midway through the week, let's see what ideas and inspirations we've come up with. Water, water everywhere. So this week has been all about the rain, but with extreme weather comes extra opportunities, and with water comes waterfalls. So let's see how we got on over the weekend. So a little deviation from the path meant a chance to find a waterfall that we could see was raging from right across the lake. It was a bit of a trek through the trees, over the boulders, but boy was it worth it. So much energy and so invigorating. So let's have a look back at the week and see how we got on. Change of plans? No problem. Deviate took on a whole new meaning for us this week as we had to adapt our adventure plans to flex around the ever-changing weather conditions. Instead of venturing further afield, we stayed local and explored whenever and wherever the conditions allowed. Slow it right down. The conditions meant that slow got even slower this week. In some places, even taking a few paces turned into a game of balance and agility, and deviating from the path meant soggy feet and slippy ground. But with a little extra concentration and plenty of patience, there were still opportunities to flex our play muscles and have some fun. Take it all in. Whatever the season, whatever the weather, there is so much to gain from deviating from the trail and stopping to take it all in. Even sheltering under a tree, taking a moment to look up through the branches to the sky above gives you a real sense of grounding, of finding your place in our imperfect, perfect world, just ready to head on your way to your next adventure. And as for the weekly checks, we've deviated, pivoted, and adjusted our way to a full house of moving adventures. Now it's time to dry off. And now it's over to you. Have a go yourself. Use Move Forever, the workbook, this video, and your own experience and intuition to plan out your week, then go about it curiously and enjoy yourself. Don't forget to share your progress in the group. Pictures, videos, lessons, ideas. We love to hear how you're getting on. Please feel free to like this video, share it with your friends, or even subscribe so you don't miss future editions. Remember the Move Forever group on Facebook and the resources page on the website. See you next week!